everyone! So I thought it would be kind of fun to answer the questions in a video, plus it makes my life a lot easier because I don't have to type everything out. So yeah, I'm just gonna say the question, answer the question. That's how we're gonna do it. I apologize in advance for my video skills. They are nothing fancy. Right now my camera is balanced on top of a jar of crushed basil, a jar of peanut butter, and a packet of tomato paste. So if it falls or wiggles, yeah, that's why. But yeah, let's get started, right? So the first question was about my apartment, and I guess since I'm videoing, I can just show you around real fast, so I'll do that. This is what you see when you walk in the door. I apologize, it's a little bit of a mess right now. I'm in the middle of a lot of things. This is where I throw everything when I walk in the door. Mostly it's stuff that I'm taking somewhere in the future or stuff that I just brought back and still have to put away. It's like my ingoing, outgoing area. I never actually sit on it. This is my stove. I tried to make baba ganoush. But it tastes alright, so I'm not mad at it. I was trying to work on calc earlier, that's why all that's out. And then I got confused, so I took a break to do this. There's all my food. Like I said, it's a huge mess because I'm in the middle of a billion different things. Here's all my dishes that I still need to do. My pretty cabinet that I painted, there we go, that's something nice. And my pretty wall of all the drawings the kids make for me. This table is like school stuff, drawings I need to hang up. These are posters I use for the kids, like to do colors. This is for the older kids. Yeah, stuff like that. School supplies, assorted stuff. This is my bedroom. Here's my dresser. Here's my bed. I've been making my bed because it helps me feel kind of like, put together in the morning, and also then I can sit on top of my comforter and work on stuff if I want to be under my mosquito net, but I'm not getting my sheets dirty and stuff that way. So I know my mom's probably looking at this like, who are you and what have you done with my daughter? She doesn't make her bed, but these are my fairy lights, right? So pretty, yay! Okay, so this is my bathroom. It's always just a little gross looking, but it's not actually gross, it just looks gross. I clean it a lot. But yeah, it works. I like it. I have these little cute Happy Thanksgiving things up that my mom sent me. And I think that's everything. Oh, this is my fan. I love it with all of my heart, and it makes my life amazing. Okay. So I hope you enjoyed seeing my apartment. Now you kind of have like a context when I talk about different things, whatever. The next question was, do you miss driving? Not really. At first I did more just because, I can't go wherever I want, whenever I want to. But the truth is, I kind of can because lots of stuff is within walking distance, or okay, so town is like a 30-minute walk, but I can do it if I have to. But I can also call a taxi. I usually ask Roro or Rosalind because they know the numbers of taxi drivers that are safe, because they're motorcycles. But don't worry, it's safe, I promise. I mean, the thing is, everyone has to go so slow here because the roads are crazy, just bumpy and everything and muddy, that you're not going fast enough ever to get in a bad accident, really. And also, they see I'm white and they're like, oh, let me go slower. There's a lot of that around here. They see you're white and blank. They see you're white and they tell you a higher price. They see you're white and they drive the taxi slower. They see you're white and they shout, blah, 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 as you pass by. But, you get used to it. But yeah, so I can either get a taxi, or if someone else is going into town, I can catch a ride with them. But the thing is, I don't usually need to go into town. Most of what I need to do is around here. Roberta's house is down the street. The school is literally right below me. I can buy things like flour and sugar and eggs at this little I would say corner store, but like that would give the impression that it's an actual store. It's really just kind of like a like building shack thing that has this one lady runs, and she just, sells stuff. So I can get stuff there if I need to. Pastor Caleb's house is right like 5 minutes away. So yeah, I don't really need to drive all that much. So the next question was, how's cooking going? It's going pretty well. I've learned to make a lot of different things. I can make legumes, which is like a vegetable dish. But I haven't ever made it by myself, so I don't know if I can actually make it. But I wrote down the recipe, so like in theory, I can make it. We'll see. So the recipe isn't very concise, so I don't know if it would turn out very well if I made it, but like potentially, hypothetically, I know how to make it. I also sometimes like to stir fry veggies. I made mac and cheese the other day that was pretty good. Today I tried to make baba ganoush. I can't remember if I already said that. It's not fantastic as far as like, it doesn't really look like baba ganoush. But it tastes okay. I've been eating it with peppers and like, not bad. It has a little too much pepper and I put too much pepper. Anyway, but yeah, cooking's been going good. I'm enjoying just like trying stuff out, The other day I went to Sarah's house. My friend Sarah, I've mentioned her in other posts, I think, but her mom taught us to make coconut cookies, which were so good. It's basically coconut fudge, but she called them coconut cookies. Oh my goodness. So good. Like so good. I could eat it all day. I took it over to Debbie and Pastor Caleb's because I was like, if I leave this in my house, all 35 pieces are going to be gone in an hour. But yeah, there's a few more things I still want to learn how to make, like pickles, which is this, I think it's pickled cabbage. I'm not really sure. And then like, I think there's carrots in it and spicy peppers and maybe onions. I don't know. But I want to learn how to make that. You can put it on plantains or rice. On plantains is my favorite. And then just like other stuff like sauce pods, which is bean sauce. I'd like to make that. But once I get those two and maybe a few more, I don't know, I'll probably make a blog post dedicated to different recipes. So anyone who reads who likes to cook can try out some of the stuff that I've been trying here if you want to. But yeah. Another question I had was, what age group are you working with and how is teaching and school going? It's going well. There's parts that are hard. It's just hard to, well, one, it's hard because, I speak a different language than them, so I have to figure out how to explain things in Creole or like in like Kringlench, which is like Creole English French. I use a lot of that. And usually the teachers can like get the gist of what I'm saying and they'll help translate, which is fantastic. The other hard thing is like remembering that they're like little kids. I teach 3-year-olds, 4-year-olds, and 5-year-olds. So like what they can remember from a lesson is a lot less than like, what you can teach like a middle schooler or a high schooler. So like learning that, okay, maybe doing 12 colors all at once is too much. Oops. So if you saw like the color posters, now I do 8 with the older kids and 4 with the younger kids. That's going a lot better. I do a lot of songs. So like I do head and shoulders, knees and toes, to learn head, shoulders, knees and toes. And I do like, I made up a song that's like, what is your name? What is your name? My name is Becca. Your name is Becca. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. See you soon. See you soon. So that's good because really one of the most important things for them to be learning is conversation, because they can practice that when they see Americans, and it's encouraging because they're like, oh, the Americans understand me, and like, that's like the most basic type of conversation, like introduce yourself and like say your name, it's good for them to know. So I'm trying to really focus on stuff like that And then other fun stuff like colors, I'm starting numbers, things like that. Homeschooling is going a little better. I think they've been gone all this past week, but last Friday I had a really good talk with them about look, we have problems. It's hard for me to help everyone if I'm just helping Jaden all the time, and I want to be able to help you all, but also you need to do the work yourself because that's how you learn. And we had a good talk, and that day went really well. So I'm hoping that when they get back, that'll continue. But we'll see. I'll keep you updated. Yeah, that's school. Another question I had was, are you acclimated to the weather? And does it rain most days? So it probably rains maybe half the days. I don't know. When it does rain, it's a lot cooler, so those days are really nice. There's been maybe 2 days so far where I wore jeans, so that was fun. It was cool enough that I didn't die. I mean, okay, by cool enough to wear jeans, I mean 80 instead of 90, right? So, sorry about that. The tomato paste that my camera was balanced on just fell. Where was I? Weather. Yes. So yeah, most days it's pretty hot. When it rains, it's not so bad. But in the mornings and the evenings, it's a lot cooler. So it's not like I'm sweating walking down the street to the Lucian's house. And during the middle of the day, I pretty much just stay inside. Most people do because it's just so hot. With my fan, I'm pretty comfortable most of the time. So I would say mostly I'm acclimated, or at least with the help of the fan and the shade and the fact that my house is pretty cool just because, it's in the shade. I'm at least comfortable most of the time. So yeah, the weather isn't as bad as I thought it was going to be coming down, so that's great. So another question I had was about Haitian money, which is a great question because let me tell you, it's a little complicated. But this is Haitian bills. They're usually dirty just because they're really sturdy, so they hold up a long time, so they get used over and over and over again. And there's coins. This is a 500 goud bill. Here's a 50 goud bill. All the money here is in gouds. That's their currency, 25 goud bill. And a 10 goud bill. And this coin is 5 gouds. But the thing is, here's where it gets tricky. Usually, when you ask someone the price, they tell you the price in dollars. But they don't mean American dollars, they mean Haitian dollars. Now, none of the money is in dollars. It all says gouds on it. It all has goud amounts on it. But 5 gouds is 1 Haitian dollar, and everyone just kind of knows that. They just call them Haitian dollars. So this 5 goud coin is 1 Haitian dollar. This 25 goud bill is 5 Haitian dollars. So you'll ask how much, and they'll say, $7, and then you just have to do the math in your head, and you're like, okay, 35 gouds. They also don't accept ripped bills here, so somewhere I have this 10 because it has a rip in it, or sometimes even just little rips like that, but mostly they'll accept ones with little rips. But I can't spend this because no one will accept it. Not even the banks accept ripped bills. I don't know why, but they don't. But yeah, that's what Haitian money looks like. 100 gouds is about $1. I think the exact rate of change is 97 gouds to $1, or in US dollars. 97 gouds to $1 US. But I usually, if I'm converting in my head, I just use 100 because it's easier. But the purchasing power is different because everything's so cheap here. You can buy about as much stuff with a 500 goud note as you could with $20. So when I go to the market and I'm buying things, I can get about as much stuff here for 500 gouds as I could at Walmart for $20 US. Even though this would only be about $5 US if I exchanged it at the bank. just because things are so cheap. So that's awesome. Another question I had was, what's the weirdest thing that you've seen or experienced? That's kind of a hard one because there's things that are like, it's not that they're absurd in and of themselves, but it's just weird that they're normal here. Like, donkeys walking down the street and stuff like that. Like, donkeys aren't anything insane, but like the fact that, that's just like normal, like donkeys everywhere. The fact that like you hear the most ridiculous animal sounds, like, oh my goodness, I never realized how ridiculous donkeys sounded till I got here. Or like, I wake up to a rooster every morning. Like, that's not anything crazy, but like I've never woken up to a rooster before. So just little things like that. There's also cultural things that are weird to get used to. Like here, people's houses are always just kind of like open. That doesn't make sense. Not like their doors physically open, but like you can just stop by whenever it's not like you have to call first and say, hey, is this a good time? It's just like people show up, and they're like, oh, how are you? And I'm like, oh, okay, wasn't expecting company. Let me just put down everything I was doing and entertain you, which is, it just takes getting used to, but I don't mind it as much anymore, but yeah, that's different. My friend Sarah will come over a lot during the school day, and just like if she doesn't have a class, because sometimes they just don't have a teacher then, or like she said her class goofs off a lot, so sometimes the teachers will be frustrated and just not come, which is different than American school. That doesn't happen. But yeah, so she'll come hang out here if she's not in a class. And the other day she brought her brother with her, which was, fine. I was like, okay, like I'll meet her brother. That's cool. He can chill in my house too, whatever. But then she left to go to class and he like stayed in my house, which was weird. Like in America, if your friend's over and if they happen to bring their brother, which is already a little weird, but whatever, then when they leave, it's not like their sibling stays at your house even though you met them that day. You know what I mean? But yeah, he just hung out here. And then I realized that he had a class going on. I was like, you don't have a class right now? He was like, I have math, but I don't like it. And I was like, you can't use my house to skip class. I'm a teacher. That completely undermines the other teachers. That's whatever. So I was like, no, you have to go to class. I was like, math is important. Learning is important. You gotta be in class. You can't stay at my house if you have a class going on. Someone asked if I needed any supplies for cooking or teaching. Not really. Honestly, most of the stuff that I needed got sent down in the last cargo thing that just came on Tuesday. If I do need anything, I can either get it at Market, or if it's something that I can't get in Pignon, Caleb's in Port-au-Prince or Cap Haitian like all the time, like probably once a week. He has to go there to one of the two for something or other, and he can pick up stuff there because they have like American style grocery stores there, and that's a lot cheaper than like getting it shipped down. So I'm good on supplies, but thank you for asking. If you still want to send something, I love a good American snack. Like my mom sent crackling oat bran, and I like ate it all up. It was so good. She also sent cookies. I ate like 10 in one sitting. I have this bad habit of like, eating healthy most of the time, like peppers and baba ganoush, or like, carrots and stuff like that, and then like totally binging on some sort of carbs, and then wondering like why I'm not getting any healthier from all my healthy eating, but it's because I snack. Anyway, but yeah, I'm good on supplies, I'm good on food. Thank you for asking. Someone asked how many missionaries or missions organizations are there in Pignon, and I gotta tell you honestly, I don't know. When I went to cargo day, like to meet the plane that brought the cargo in on Tuesday, most of the white people show up for that. You get there and you're like, where do these white people come from? But like because all the missions organizations get things shipped down to do their work with. So there were probably like 20 or 30 maybe people. And I heard maybe like 10 or 15 different organizations called out, but I could be wrong about that. There might be more than that. I could be completely estimating incorrectly. Anyway, I'm in a group chat called Pignon Expats that has about 20 people in it. So, like, that's about all I know. I know Roberta hosts a Thanksgiving for all the missionaries, so maybe when I go to that, I'll find out how many there are. We'll see. But yeah, sorry I can't give you a better answer to the question. That's what I know at the moment. So I hope you liked the video. I thought it was a lot easier to talk about stuff. I could talk about more things, go more in depth. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope I didn't ramble too much. Sorry about the video quality again. But yeah, thank you for asking questions, and have a great day.